everyone. This is office hours for Thursday, May 4th, 2023. All right. Well, John, you got a question? You want to kick us off with anything? Cool.
Is that okay, Lauren, if I go first?
Yep, I'm part of the Xperiencify team, so I don't have any questions.
Oh, fantastic.
She's here to give wisdom.
Okay, so, listen, I've been paying for this for like 2 years, and it's just taking me forever to try to organize it myself. Anyways, but I'm just about ready to go. I finally got my order page and my online. How do I get it on? So my website is on GoDaddy. How do I get, so the way you have a bunch of different pages. I want to have the sales page on the GoDaddy site and the order form, or at least something. Yeah. So how do I do that?
Okay, so you can create a sales page on GoDaddy and do something like, on your website on GoDaddy, and do something like, there'll be a buy now button or something like that. And in that buy now button, you would just link it to the order form.
So I can't take what I've my sales page. I can't take that and put that whole thing.
You can't move the sales page from Xperiencify onto your website. No, you could put, you could link to it. You can.
So I can link to it.
Can they iframe it? Do our pages work with iframing?
I don't know.
I think because each of them has a unique URL, they could. So if you know someone or know how to use coding for iframing, it's basically just taking an outside page and putting it into a box on your website's page. Okay. So they could do that, but it does require a little bit of coding.
Well, maybe I can get them to do that. So is that what's the best thing that I can do to highlight the online program on my website? Just create my own page, like put the video, the welcome video and all that, just drag that over and put that on there and all that kind of stuff, as compared to just taking that page itself. So how do people get to this sales page? Just a link?
Yeah, just a link that you share or link from your website.
Okay. And so link to sales page. Okay, I can do that. And then the order form is a link within the sales page, or do I put that on my website? And
either and all the above. You can send people. You can send people directly a link to your order form if you already had a warm list and you were just like, all right, here's the course, sign up. You can directly send them the order form link. You can put the order form link in a link or a button on a sales page on your website, in a link or a button on a sales page that lives on your Xperiencify course site, and then send people the link to that sales page. So basically you want to tell people about the course and then you want them to sign up. So there's a lot of combinations and orders of,
Can I take the sales page and email it, or basically I guess I send a link to the sales page.
Yeah.
Where do I get that link for the sales page?
Let me show you that.
Again, I apologize for my sunglasses. I have sensitive eyes.
No worries. Let me just. All right, so first thing that we'd need to do is create your sales page if you hadn't done it already.
Yeah,
so
I've done
on to step 4.
Okay.
And we'd go down here and we'd create a sales page. And then once it's ready, you'd go up here to page settings.
Right.
You're going to make sure that publicly visible is toggled on. If it's not, then this page would only be viewable to a logged in user of the course. And obviously that's not helpful. So toggle that on, and then right here, you grab the link.
Okay, great. Is that the same thing for the? That's all right. I forgot what I wanted to ask.
No worries. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, it totally makes sense. So totally makes sense now that I'm in there a little bit and been working around. It's all good. Oh, this is a question. Can I? Oh no, yeah, you answered the question. I send a link to that in an email, and then they can go to that. Cool.
Yeah.
And then when I like I'm a heartbeat away from launching, I just push. Is there a launch button?
Your courses, are they published? Let's look at that. Can I pull up do you want me to pull up your account? Is that okay? Or
Yeah,
would you
yeah,
rather
it'd be
me-
awesome. Yeah, particularly if you stumble upon and say, John, that's wrong. This is wrong. Got to do this right. I just want what happens with me, unfortunately, I want to try to make sure everything is right before I send it out, and that's why it takes me so long.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you tell me the start of your email? That the
Oh,
account,
John
uh,
Henry Brennan
got it.
at gmail.com.
John, you and I have the same thing. I'm trying to make sure everything is right before I launch it into the world, which uh
I know. You know what's happening? Or how do I pronounce your name? Or
Arlanda.
Arlanda. And because of that, I get distracted with all the other stuff that actually brings me in money at this point. And then it takes me forever because I got to relearn it. I'm a little bit older now and I can't, I forget everything I learned. I got to relearn it every friggin' time.
Yeah,
So,
we're in the same camp, John.
well, yeah, here's the next camp that we're both into, right? We get it perfect. You send it out there and it's like you built a house in the middle of the woods and nobody knows it's there. So the next thing is that, right? Yeah, that's me.
So here's you. So your course is published. So it's ready to go, ready to be viewed. So if we were just going to look for where to get the links you're looking for, those are in step 6 for the order, well, the order form link anyway.
Okay.
You'll just grab right there. Do you want to look at your marketplace? I don't know if you're using it, but this is another.
Well, I don't know how to use it.
Let me let's look at what your marketplace is looking like. I mean, if you have one course that you're launching and you're using a sales page, it's it's a little redundant. It's basically a place to house all of your public courses. It's where people can visit and go, what do you have that I can buy?
Right.
So here's what yours looks like. And let's just check it. Is that linking to your sales page?
Yeah.
Yep, great. So your more info button is linked to your sales page. So your marketplace is ready to go if you wanted to use it. Let me check that your order form is linked. Yep.
Yeah, you got to be proud of me, right? Like I don't have any, I'm working by myself. I got nobody to applaud me, pat me on the back.
It looks great. Yeah.
God darn it, I really need that. I need all those little celebrations.
Absolutely. Yay.
Thank you, Dr. Stevens.
Celebrating. So yeah, that's what your marketplace is. If you had more courses, you'd list them all again for launching one course.
Can I put can I send that use it link? Can I use it in LinkedIn?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
I was actually going to ask what marketing are you doing for the course? Because that's how you get out of the woods.
Well, yeah, that's what's next. So I'm open to any suggestions and all suggestions.
My first thing would be to suggest LinkedIn if that is where some of your audience might exist. Wherever you think your audience that you're marketing to, that you want to be in this course, goes regularly, that's where you'd want to post the sales page or your marketplace, depending on what you want them to look at first.
Right. And again, so what I do is create my own visual and then put the link in there so that they then go to these visuals, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be very long. It could be a 4-sentence, little blurb in a post with a link to, check this out, don't miss out. You want to have a good call to action that kind of triggers their fear of missing out.
I like that. I've probably been using millions of times.
FOMO.
I still like it, right? Don't check it out, don't miss out.
Now I have a question about that with including links like on Facebook, because I heard you can't sell directly from Facebook, right? So how would that work? You can't just copy the link, right?
Sure
Like
you
if you were
can.
to write a post on Facebook and you have your course and you're talking about it, can you put the link there or does that violate Facebook rules?
You can absolutely put the link there. The only
Okay.
thing that I'm aware of is that a link in a post on Facebook, from what I know, it can be better for the algorithm if you put the link in the comments rather than on the post, because Facebook doesn't want people clicking away from posts. So if you post a link directly, it may get less views than if you just post a cool post and then say, check out the link in the comments. But you can do it either way, and you can try it both
Okay.
ways and see what works.
Okay.
If you want to be super safe, instead of posting a link to your order form where they enter their payment details, create a sales page like John has
Yes.
and
Yes.
use that.
Yeah. I have created a sales page and I just have some questions about that. So
Go ahead, Doc.
Cool. Yeah, I want to take a look at it.
yes,
Yeah,
please.
unless
Looks making sense, John, with where everything
Yeah,
is.
perfect. Is there anything else that I look like I'm ready to go, right?
Looks good to me.
Sounds like it.
Okay. Anybody want to be my first students?
Do you have a free discount code?
Yeah, I got 10% discount. It's only $297. You know what I mean? You could probably do it, doctor. You could probably do it in an afternoon. Anyway.
Yeah, I emotional intelligence is a big thing because I'm dealing with a manager that doesn't have a lot of emotional intelligence. So
Send him
maybe
my
I should
link.
maybe I should send it to him.
It's real easy. It really helps them. Okay, sorry. You guys go ahead.
No worries. Yeah, I'm
Thank you so
just
much, by the
skimming
way.
through your course really quick and looks
Okay.
great. Looks
You know what was suggested
simple,
to
ready to
me
go.
was that I should make the celebrations, each celebration a little bit different. So that's what I'm working. That's one of the last things I think I need to do.
Cool. Yeah, looks good. Looks
That's
very
easy
ready to
enough.
go.
That's easy enough, I think, for me to do.
Awesome. Cool. Arlanda, did you want me to pull up your
Yes,
sales page to
please.
look at?
Yes, please. And I have a few questions. So
Sure.
it's Dr. Arlanda Stevens at drarlandastevens.com.
Yeah.
That's real easy to remember.
So while they're bringing that up, doctor, what are you a doctor of?
It's PhD. I probably should put PhD on there. So I have my PhD in management.
I have a PhD in life skills. You think that could work? Can I actually use that, or just from experience?
Yeah, you probably could.
It should be fair, right? And life experience should be worth something.
Yeah. So
All
yep,
right, so we're looking at your sales
it.
page, did you say?
Yes, the sales page. So
Mhm.
my program is a small group coaching program and it's going to be live, right?
Cool.
So it's like an hour and 15 minutes. So it's going to be live. So I don't have specific modules that they would go through. So I mean, I have to go back and update like the video, but this is the first part of it. And so I went through EPM, so I kind of working with my coach and getting the language. So I think I have it set up the way I want. I know I have to go back because what I envision is like you would get XPs and I want to change them because I know somewhere in here I can change XPs to call it whatever I want. So I'm going to call it journey points because this is a journey. So I wanted to go there and do that. So I got to figure out where that is. So after you attend the live session, you can go in and click that you have, that you attended, so you can get your points. And then I also want to use this to house any handouts or reference materials. So that's how I'm going to be using Xperiencify for this course.
Totally, that works. Yeah.
So the question I had in going through my sales page, well, you can go through it and see, and I set it up in Marketplace. So here's that.
Cool.
I like it.
So I'm not going to have a video. I'm just going to have an image there.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to, I was going through Canva and finding out the images that I want to have. And then I set up the training contents, I believe I set up, where it just shows, like, for week 1, what we'll be talking about. I think I set that up correctly.
Let's check it out.
Yeah, so I have all the modules kind of coincide because it is a 7-week program.
Okay.
So I don't have anything in there right now, which I think makes sense because of the way the format is, right? So I think I have to go in. So if you click on the first module, right? And this is where I think, so if would I include a training as attending the session? Is that how it would capture that?
So if I'm following what you're gonna do is upload the replay after you do a call, is that right?
No, I'm not going
You're not.
to. I'm not going to record them
Oh,
because
got it.
of the
Okay.
sensitivity of some of the information. So although it's just for the group, but I don't want to record it.
Okay, gotcha.
But I want them to go in after they attended the session,
Okay.
right? Then they will go in and say, "Yep, I attended this session,"
Got it.
and then they
Yeah.
would get points for that. And then there's going to be, assignments like, journal this or do this, whatever action. And so I want to
Perfect.
be
Okay.
able for them to go into that particular module and checked off when they've done those particular things.
Okay, great. So you would set that up. You'd need to add a training. It'll
Okay,
technically be in the training, not in the module that
right.
you'll do this. And you would add those as actions, as training actions. Let's just look at it. So you'll create a training and you're not going to have a video upload, so that's fine. They'll just see an image, whatever thumbnail you add right here. They'll just be a cool image. And then you're likely maybe going to want to put a little bit of notes in some training notes right here, even if it's just like a summary of what they learned on the call, or even just saying check your training actions below. And then right here under the points tab is where you're going to set up your actions. We've got a default watched video, so you would change it to something like attended the live call.
Okay. Points tab. Okay.
I was also going to suggest, if the training or coaching would be live and there's no replays available, are there points that you plan on discussing in each of the live sessions that maybe you could do a 1-minute video recap of to refresh their memory if it's been a couple days by the time they go back? Because then you could upload that to these little trainings too.
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
And then I would put that under the media, right? The recap. Okay.
Exactly. Yep. Just upload that right here.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Okay. That makes sense. All right.
Cool.
So my question is, I had two questions, and I think I know the answer to one. I just have to go and do it. But on my marketplace, on the to check out, right? So if you can go to, if you wouldn't mind going to that, please.
Sure. So on your marketplace.
Or is it the marketplace or the checkout? Wherever you check
Or the
out.
order form?
The
Yeah.
order form. The order form. Sorry.
Yeah.
So what I want to be able to do is, if they see how I have, if you pay in full, you get a 10% discount if you pay in full
Right. Mm-hmm.
in the verbiage. How do I do that? Do I have to set up a coupon code and then they enter in the coupon code at the bottom? Because when I went and changed it, like to the 627.30, it changed everything, right? So the cost is $697, and you only get the 10% if you pay in full today, which takes your price to $627.30, right?
But you don't want the 10% you're saying to be available for the
The
second
payment plan.
option.
No, only if you pay in full today do you get the 10%.
You might need to do that manually. As a heads up, we have a bunch of order form updates dropping really, really soon that are going to give more options around this. But as far as literally what you can do right this second, there's not, I don't believe there's a way to create a coupon code that only applies to one
condition.
payment,
Okay.
to one option.
So if I did it manually, how would I do it manually?
Just change the price after that one day is up. Pay in full today, is that like a 1-day offer? Or
No,
is that the first
it's
day
for
they land on it?
the first day they land on.
Yeah. I don't think there's any way to do that at the moment.
Okay.
Because you've got like two different conditions going on. You can do a limited time coupon and put an end date on it, certainly, but you can't do that and make it only work for one option. So I'm, at least at this moment, I'm not thinking of a way that that's possible to do both.
But if I put a limited coupon, right, and I say, the coupon would expire the day the first course starts, right?
Yeah, you can totally
at
do
some
that.
point in time. And I can say in this verbiage, if you're paying in full today, in order to get the 10%, enter in this coupon code. Could I do that?
Absolutely. I'm not totally sure if I'm following how that's.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm saying you can say whatever you want in the verbiage. I'm not sure if I'm totally following how.
But I'm saying if I create a coupon, right? So you say I have a coupon code and the coupon is worth 10% off.
Right.
That when they they select full pay, and at the bottom, or I guess on the checkout page, there's a coupon code. And if they enter that coupon code, and I could say what the coupon code is in the verbiage, right?
If you want to tell them that they're only allowed to use it for the full pay, you could
Yeah,
certainly
that's what I'm
say
saying.
that.
When I have pay in full today, get 10% discount, I would say in order to get your 10% discount, you need to enter this code.
Right.
So
is the idea that you want to encourage them to pay the full price when they sign up? Is that the idea? Okay.
Yes.
So there might be an easier way to do this instead of using coupon codes.
Okay.
I'm actually just writing a video script about this. If you want to, you can use your structure right now where there's a one payment, it's full total, and then there's a payment plan with installments, and you just add a premium into the amount for those payment plans, making the payment plan 10% more expensive to encourage them to save money and purchase the whole thing in total upfront. Otherwise, they'll pay 10% more if they choose an installment plan, if they split it up. Does that make sense? So
Yes, and my payment plan does include a premium, right?
She's
Because
already
if you
doing
see
that. She just wants to give them
Gotcha.
even more of a discount,
Even more,
but for
okay.
only
yeah, I
one
want to
day.
give even more of a discount to incent people to pay today,
Gotcha.
right? So I think that the coupon code will work as long as I put it in the verbiage that in order to do it, you have to apply this coupon code if you're paying in full today.
Well, I think the thing that you would need to say is that you can only apply the coupon code to the full pay option. That's the issue
Right,
that we're having
right.
here.
Yeah.
And then it's
yeah.
just, I mean, if they ignore that, then you would need to like, you
Yeah,
know.
that's
You'd have
something
to
on the
double
back
check.
end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Apply only to full pay option today, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you could certainly spell it out for them and tell them what they
Right.
are allowed to do with the coupon code, and then you just have to make sure that they actually do
Okay.
it.
Now I would create the coupon code on where do I create the coupon code?
That is going to be in step 2,
Okay.
right here.
Okay. Added. Okay. And then I could call it whatever I want to call it and then put the 10% off. Okay. And then I could say whether it expires or not expires. Okay. All right. That's the first thing. And then my other question was around adding the welcome email and the thank you emails, like, for the first week after they enroll. And I believe I have to go to Secret Sauce. I think I was reading something. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes. I think
Yeah.
that's,
So here's the experience engine where
mm-hmm,
you've got a default welcome email already in there that you can
Mhm.
customize, of course.
okay.
And then you can create whatever
The
email.
other emails. Now, when I include the other emails, is there a place to put the date or when it should be sent? Okay.
Create new, create from scratch. For your starting trigger, you're going to choose future date and time. And you're going to set the date when it should be sent.
Okay. Now, what about, that makes sense. However, there are like 6 emails in the sequence, right? There's the welcome, there's the thank you, and, actions to take leading up.
Mm-hmm.
And because everybody could start on a different day, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could sign up on a different day.
Yeah.
How do I have it to say on day 2 after enrollment, day 3 after enrollment, that type of thing?
Yep. Bunch of options. If you were dripping out material, then the simplest way to do it would be to attach it to training released. But for how you're describing that your course is going to go, you may or may not be dripping content. So here is one option you could do is they get the welcome email.
Mm-hmm.
And this automatically happens as soon as they're added to the course, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after they are added to the course, what we do is we create it all as a single automation. We'd add a delay timer of
okay.
a day. And then for each of these, you'll just click the plus button. And then after one day, email number 2,
Mm-hmm.
and so on.
And then with the delay timer, it would say day 3 or after they enroll, wait 1 day, wait 2 days. Okay, perfect.
Let me answer that. Here's email 2. And then you want to do just another 1 day delay timer. that make sense? It's going in sequence. So it's
Oh, okay. So
email, then what's next?
okay.
Wait a day. Then what's next? An email. Then what's next? Wait a day. And so
Wait,
on.
okay.
So it's not
So
2
each
days.
day is just going to be one day
Yeah.
from the previous email, not 3 days after. Okay, got you. Okay.
Clean up your course here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's a lot of ways you can do the timing, but I'm guessing it might be this.
That sounds
Yeah.
easier.
It's pretty simple. But yeah, you can attach the emails to trainings rolling out. You can also depending on what release style you're using for your content, there's different ways you can attach it to the rollout of the trainings. But if that makes sense, I think this would.
Yeah, I think this is what I want to do, because I have like a series of, like I said, 6 or 7 emails that they'll get in the first week that they enroll.
Cool.
And then I have something else. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. You're welcome. Well, I see we've had a few more people hop on. So let me just check with hands or put it in the comments. Who's got questions that they want to cover? Melinda's got a question. Anybody else? Pam, Leanne? Yeah, you have a question? Pam? I just want to make sure we have time to get to everything. Okay. Okay. Pam, oh, and John has a question. Okay, cool. Pam, you wanna?
Yeah, my
Unmute
question,
yourself.
I'm sorry, I'm just a newbie here and I'm
Yay,
just getting started
welcome.
on stuff. Thank
Cool.
you. I have an interview tomorrow with a high school principal
Okay.
and I'm hopefully creating a course for her. And I think she wants to use Xperiencify. So I haven't created any of my lessons in Xperiencify yet. And I don't think I'd be able to get it done by tomorrow, obviously, but do you have anything that's like an example for people to look at that I could show her? Or would I just show her maybe something for my momentum stuff?
If you've got momentum stuff, I think that would be a great example. Are you talking about like the actual momentum course? I mean,
Yeah, like just showing her what a lesson could look like with the gamification. The one thing though is we don't have any, like Xperiencify isn't an LMS yet, right? Like it doesn't have assessment capabilities.
It's more of a
Or
learning experience platform, if you're familiar with the
yeah.
two.
Yeah, so that way
Mhm.
then I'd have to maybe design 2 different things. Okay. Yeah, I'm just thinking big right now, so just thought I'd ask the question. Do you know if that's coming at all? If we're thinking about doing anything like that, where it's going to be like a learning management system as well for schools?
it's not our primary market, but I know we do have more and more users coming in who are using it in educational settings. So it's really going to come down to, the specific features that you really are must-haves and whether or not we have them. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for letting me jump in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds great. And the other thing, Pam, I just want to say is we have some sample free courses you can look at, and I can send you some. You can also ask in our Facebook group for people who want to share. Obviously, we can't like just give access to a paid course, but I can send you some free samples people
Yeah.
have. And
yeah, that's what I was thinking. If you had a sample course made that I could just access easily, or I mean, I could do the momentum, but I just thought if you had like a little unit that would be quick and easy. Sure, if you email me something, I'd love that.
yeah, these are just courses that our users have made that are free, so we can just give you access.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, great. Cool. Melinda, you had a question?
Oh, I have so many questions. So I cannot build a list inside Xperiencify, right?
Build a list, did you say?
Right.
Not for marketing.
Okay. Let's see. So I would put a link. So how do I integrate that? I put that on my website? if I'm going to market it, I put the link to the program on my website, or is it that direct URL?
If you're going to market it, you want to use either the link to your marketplace or the link to a sales page. And you can
Okay.
create a sales page in
Someone else
Xperiencify.
So I'm sorry, there is an Xperiencify sales page, or we create that?
You have the ability, you have the capacity to create a sales page in Xperiencify. And then you can just use that and send people the link to that sales page.
Perfect. Okay. Also, I'd like to know, can I embed surveys? I've kind of been going through and seeing that I think that there's surveys that we can do, and I'm also interested in the short response. How do I articulate that in the course materials? Is that I just upload the survey into where I'm uploading PDFs and things, or how do I have that so that it's incorporated into the course?
If you have an actual PDF that people are downloading and like filling out and emailing you, then you could upload that, sure, as a PDF. If you have something that you can, if there's like an HTML coding to embed the survey, you can embed that in a block into a page of your course.
Okay, see, I have absolutely no idea about coding. I am like, this is not my wheelhouse. My wheelhouse is being in front of the groups. And so I'm really, the struggle is so real for me in getting all of this done. So
let me give you the simple, let me give you the simple option then.
Okay, super.
Whatever survey tool you're using, it's gonna have, there'll be a link that people could click on to take the survey. So
Right.
just put that link in your course.
Okay.
That's the easy way.
Thank you. I just need it super simple. Are there people who are who like Fiverr or Upworks or whatever, or people who one, I'm getting the done for you course done with you all, but is that an option moving forward, or do I need to find somebody who can do this for me? And if so, what do you recommend in terms of a marketplace?
We do offer hourly done for you services through XP. So we can certainly help you out with that.
Okay.
And there's also, or you know, anyone else who is familiar with the platform, you're welcome to ask in our Facebook group for help.
Yeah, I did. I got not a lot of response. Okay, and I'm still the question I have about the responses. Let's say that I'm not necessarily doing a survey, but I would like for them to, I think the example in all of the information where I'm looking on how to do this says something about what your greatest takeaway was. So when I want them to give me an objective answer, how do I articulate, how do I note that in the information that I'm putting into the Done For You course?
I'm going to need the question again. What's the bottom line question?
The bottom line question is, I want a response from them. How do I indicate that when I'm filling out, I guess it would be sheet 2?
I would probably just, simplest option, I would just make it a quiz question, make it which is basically one of your training actions. So when you're filling out your sheet 2, you will have a space to list exactly what each training action should be. Watch the video, journal for 5 minutes, make a training action be the quiz question. and then
Make
just
the
write it out.
training action be the quiz question.
So when
That-
you,
that's not an XP, right? This is,
it is an XP. You have an option for a training action. It can either be just
Okay.
something you check off, or it
Okay.
can be a question that they answer.
okay, great. Okay, so that's in the XPs. Okay. I'll let somebody have a go, until I can maybe formulate a couple of other things, but thank you so much.
Cool, you bet. Sounds good. John, you had more questions or and you want to go?
Yeah, so at the end, if they accomplish so many XPs, right? I want to be able to, congratulate them and send. In a perfect world, I was going to give them an ebook, but I
Mhm.
can't. I don't think I can do that because it's on Amazon.
Well, is there
So
a link to it that they click on or something to download?
they would have to pay for it. Like, I don't mind me paying for it and giving it to them. Does that make sense?
You have a PDF version of your book of the ebook somewhere?
That's what I was thinking. So if I have a PDF version of it, right?
Mhm.
So
Then
if
you
I
can just send it to them.
and so how can I make that automatic?
You'll create an automation in the experience engine that says when they hit X number of points, if that's what it is, then send an email and the email will,
Right. So that'll be in the secret sauce area, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you very much. Next one is also, so I have like a certificate that they can download, but how do I get their name in there? Or is there a different way to do that? Like, congratulations, here's your certificate. I'm sure they're all going to hang it above their desk, but
Lauren might have input on third-party options for this. There's not a direct way to do it in the platform at the moment, but it is coming soon.
okay. So
I don't have any workarounds. That wouldn't be very manual for you. You'd have to
So right
type in
now-
a student's name.
So right now, if somebody completes their course, besides just saying congratulations, there's no paper that they can download that's personalized.
No, you'd need to set it up in an outside tool. You may be able to use an outside tool to do that, and I don't know if you could connect it with Zapier and automate that in some way. I'm not sure, but there's no direct way to do it. What's that?
My friend Dr. Stevens, I don't want that to hold up too long. I'll figure it out. I'm so close now. I got to get it out there.
Yeah.
So
In
thank you for
in general for
Somebody said-
certification, just in general for e-learning, because I'm an instructional designer by trade. So the idea of certification is always great and nice and shiny to online educators like us. But if the certification doesn't get the student something, get the learner access to something, whatever that might be after the fact, they're not going to do anything with it. So you might not want to worry about certifications right now.
Right. You're probably 100% right. I could probably drop that out. Just a congratulations and sending them a PDF version of the book that I have.
That's a pretty cool thank you, I think. And of
I
course,
love
put
free
in a
books.
celebration at the end and make
And,
it fun.
I also like, so you can create a link to like SurveyMonkey if you want to do a survey.
Sure,
You can put that at the end, right? Just
absolutely.
link SurveyMonkey, then it goes to SurveyMonkey. That was the question that Melinda had.
Yeah, thank you, John.
And you can put that in a training
SurveyMonkey-
action and give them points
Really? Yeah.
points for taking the survey. So just make one of their last training actions be take the survey, put a link in the training action, and then they get to check off points for doing it.
May I piggyback on that question, please?
Mhm.
So there was some talk about a badge or something that was going to be forthcoming. Is that still in the works, or is there nothing
We have
that says?
badges. We do
Mhm.
have badges.
And what, and how do they access those? Or how do I access those for them?
Well, they would be added based on like what would you be awarding the badge for?
So I would, they have, they'll have PDCs from the Society of Human Resource Management. And so they'll be getting the badge for attaining those PDCs.
And what do they, something will need to happen in the course that will automatically trigger it, unless you just give it to them manually.
So would that be, can you give me, I can't even.
Like checking off, getting a certain number of points. Basically, the
Okay.
badges are, you can set up an automation like anything, and when they reach a certain number of points or whatever the trigger is, they get added a badge.
I can give you an example I'm working on right now, Melinda.
Okay, thank you.
So I'm working on a new user training course for everyone who's new to XP right now. And at the
Love
end
you
of
in
that,
advance.
and at the end of that course, if you complete it, the last action will be something, and you check that off. And I'm assuming that you've watched the whole thing, so you're going to get a badge automatically when you check off that very last action, telling me that you've watched the whole course. And then it's something fun for you guys.
Okay, super.
And what is the badge? I mean, is it something that's sent to them in their email, or it's just basically a badge?
It just shows up on their little profile by their name, like when they comment and stuff.
And if you use if you use comments anywhere in your course, when they leave a comment, it'll show up next to their name. And then if you use a forum for them to discuss your course in like a community setting, anytime they post there, it'll show up next to their name.
And how do we populate them in, like, I'll be doing cohorts, like a group of 16 people. How do we build that community forum for them?
You basically, you set up a space in the forum and you decide who has access to that space. For example, everybody who's in this course, or everybody who's in this course and this course. You can set it up how you like. And then you will just need to give them a way to access that forum space. A good way to do that is with a just a navigation tab on the menu. Just have a tab called community or forum or whatever you want to call it. And that'll give them access.
Because one of the things that I'm going to have them do is comment on one another. That's part of the learning the different personalities and things. So that will be a way that I can verify that they are, in fact, as Lauren mentioned, you know, I can just go on your word. Yes, I've compared with 3 people. Or if I've got the forum, then I can say, yes, in fact, you did. And you can check off to get your XXPs, because that's a stretch. And that's my understanding is what the XXPs are, right? It's something that's a stretch goal.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, you got this.
Thank you. Thanks, John, for that.
Yeah, Pam.
One quick question. Sorry, I have to leave, but I just wondered, do you know how you guys have these awesome worksheets that you can work within easily? Is that something that we have access to in designing worksheets, or what platform do you guys use that make those so wonderful?
By you, are you talking about EPM? You're talking about your momentum program?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm guessing that they've tell me more. What's the actual work?
So the worksheets from kind of the older programs aren't you can't type into them and save them, but these new ones you can download, and then even whether you download them or not, you can type right into them and do your work, right? And it saves in there. So
normally that depends on the software that you already have on your device that you download the document to. Yeah, you have to have a PDF filler somewhere on your device.
Well, no, so I mean, I just have a regular whatever. I didn't download anything, but when I joined the program, EPM and Momentum, all the worksheets that go with the new learnings, you can just type right into them. And they're easily check offable, doable. They're really nicely laid out.
I'm going to guess right now. I think that might be because Marissa's using a PDF creator tool like Adobe that codes into the document fillable fields, but that in order to create that in some way, shape, or form, you'd have to find a software that would either download onto your device to open up a doc as fillable, or when you create the doc in that PDF software, it actually creates the doc with fillable fields that your device would then recognize and let you type in.
Yeah,
But I don't know exactly what she's using.
Oh, okay.
So my question, I use something similar, but basically, if you just create the text box, drag the text box into the place that you want to add text, and you should be able to just insert that text right in there. At least that's what I've been doing. So you just got to click on the text box, drag it to where you want it. You can, and that text box can be as big or as small as you want, and then you can type whatever you want in there.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I could just use Google Docs. I like that too, but I just liked hers look pretty and they're nice. And when you open them, they're like, oh, you know, they're nice looking. So okay, thank you.
Cool. What else?
So here's my last question.
Yeah.
So once I launch, do I get like a bottle of champagne in the mail?
You
or
get
like,
lots of applause from us. Yay, John's lunch. Woo.
Post on Facebook and everyone will give you emojis.
Yeah, for sure.
so I'm almost, there's just like a button and I push boom, and it's launched.
Well, technically your course is published, so people could already access it. All you need is people to sign up for it. That's all you're missing now. Just got
Oh.
people to buy it. That's it.
All right, great, thanks.
I'll
This is
definitely
Rhonda
give you a
again.
bunch of emojis.
Where
love all-
is, I'm sorry, where is the place to change the name from XPs to something else? I know I saw it, but I
Oh,
can't
goodness.
remember where
Great
I saw it.
question. Lauren, do you know? I'm gonna look. It's moved around a couple of times, so
I'm going to look too. I think that's the next thing I was going to work on for this course.
It's someplace in there. I know I saw it, like, oh
settings.
yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
need
looking
that.
at
And then I don't know
settings,
if I wrote it down.
customize system text. Here we go. All right. So you're gonna go inside your course. You're gonna scroll down past the 6 steps to course settings. And then go to customize system text. XP badge label.
Yep. Okay. Customize system text.
And then there's that bar that pops up. You know, when students click, there's a little bar that pops up with the points. So and customize all of this.
And that's where you can change the bail. I mean, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, the sound is a different
The sound,
I'll show you that.
yes.
Sound is a different place. So I'll show you that one. But by the way, so you can change all of these, and what's in the brackets you don't want to change. That's just going to give you like the number.
Okay.
So don't
Okay.
change what's in the brackets. You're just changing all the rest of it.
Okay.
The sound is,
Sound effects.
where's the sound now?
I just saw it. You scrolled up some.
Yeah, is it?
I think it's in core settings
There's badge.
in sound effects.
Very top. Yep. So here you go.
Okay. Now, can you create or add other sound effects other than what's there?
Mm-hmm.
Update sound
MP3 and upload it.
There you go. Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just thinking about the points names, and I'm feeling like there might be other places you need to change it. I'm not thinking of at the moment,
Mm,
but just know that you can edit in step 4.
mhm.
Let me just look at this real quick to see if anything jumps out at me. Oh, like the bubbles. Does it change in the bubbles? Do you know, Lauren? I feel like there might.
I would have to play. I haven't gotten to
Yeah.
that step yet, so I haven't played around too extensively with it.
Yeah.
I have not seen a place to change it in the web page builder. So if we can change it, it would probably be in the course settings. You
Just
can only change the
feeling like
color
there's
here.
There's something I'm missing. There's something I'm not thinking of to tell you about this.
Okay.
Change it in settings and email me
Okay.
on the desk if things
Let's
are,
see what happens.
if
Okay,
there's
if I need
anything
to,
that you find that's like, oh, that should have changed. Because I
okay,
think everywhere should be available to change now.
okay,
It's just, there's been a couple different ways that the different places got changed, and I feel like I may not be thinking of one. So email me
Okay.
if something isn't looking right.
okay,
We'll get it.
okay. Thank you.
Cool.
I have an XP question.
Yeah.
When we load all of the XPs, does it automatically tally how many there are? And so it'll be of XPs. I saw in the box down there, it said of, and you said don't
Of
change that.
available, right.
Yeah, so if there's 24 XPs, 24 actions that equal 28 XPs, it'll say of 28.
Well,
We don't
one
have
thing to
to-
be aware of about that, and a great question, is that it'll show the total available will be whatever is available to that student. So
Okay.
if they only have one training released,
Mhm.
it will show the total available points. It's only going to be a handful of points as opposed to 24. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so it's not a cumulative, like on training 2, it won't say 4 of 28 XPs.
Only if all the trainings were already released to that student.
Okay,
If
no,
you're-
that's not gonna happen.
If you're dripping content out and the student's
Yeah.
getting a training a week at a time, it'll show available. You have so many points out of so many available points, and available
Okay.
points is defined by what they could actually check off right now.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Anything else?
I did promise someone on Facebook that I would ask this question for them if she couldn't make it, and I haven't seen her appear. So I'm gonna steal the last 2 minutes for Mimi. Mimi asked on Facebook about having a subscription pricing model, and got most of the answers that she needed, but she was wondering if there is a way to have the subscription model bill for 3 months, which she knows she can. And then the other idea that she was thinking about was having the full 3-month price billed up front in one go. And then she wants to auto renew students on the 4th month. Is there any, I think the answer is no, but I wanted to double check. Is there an auto renew for our subscription feature?
Well, just answer the very last question first. It would auto renew automatically if they just put in a regular subscription. It's like a monthly or annual subscription, then it's just going to go until it's canceled.
Right.
To do all those things she's trying to do, we have order form updates dropping really, really soon, like
Might help. Okay.
really soon. Like, did I miss anything this morning? Like that soon? So it may be more possible to do those kinds of configurations with, in fact, I believe I saw Marie say that the option for like charging a month or charging a discount off of, this isn't exactly your question, but this was a super common question. Can I charge a discount for 1 month only and then go regular price? And I'm 99% sure Marie said you're going to be able to do that with the updated order form. So that makes me think that there's a decent chance that what she's trying to do
Just
will
thought,
be
okay.
helpful.
Okay. It's mainly about the auto renew. However, she's charging them if she does it in a chunk and then wait. But I guess
Well, it seems like couldn't
it
you
would have
just
to be
do,
once a month.
I feel like you could set up a subscription that charged every 3 months, but then it would keep charging every 3 months. It wouldn't switch to monthly
Hmm.
automatically as of this moment in time.
Gotcha. That might be a viable answer. So I'll respond back to her for that. But just want to ask
Cool.
pricing.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Thanks, guys. Great questions. Yay for all the courses about to go out. Keep us posted and let us know on Facebook what's happening. And we'll be cheering you on.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank
Jen.
you so much. You all will be getting emails from me. I
Awesome.
have a lot more questions.
Don't threaten us with a good time.
Love you for that. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.